Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen on becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also now offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly, and you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? I'm channeling like an energy of somebody that is choosing to stay hung up on who they used to see you to be, who it's like the version of you that they're most comfortable with is what they're choosing to believe you are. It's like I'm channeling a man that always, like, they fell in love with you, but they never spoke their truth. And because you've evolved and you're no longer who you used to be, it's shattering their heart because they fell in love with who you used to be. We have justice, yeah. It's like this person is experiencing karma for their silence. They shouldn't have remained silent about their truth. It's their truth that lived within their heart, that they didn't speak out loud. And they housed that truth for many, many moons, many, many suns. And they lived with it every day, every night. And every time they even had the opportunity to express, they chose not to. And now the situation has to balance itself out as karma because they fell in love and never spoke. Like, imagine falling in love with someone and not speaking it. It's going to kill you inside when that person does their own thing. Not because they're spiting you, but because they don't know you even feel the way you do. Like, they don't know, right? You didn't know. And this level of pain that I'm channeling, this heartbreak, I mean, falling in love is nothing small. It tells me that this person was around you a lot and never spoke. They never said how they felt. Yeah, they watched. It's like, this person, this is not okay. This is not okay. This is someone that would literally watch you, and inside of them, they would feel just raging emotions, and they just would keep it in. They had so many opportunities, and they didn't take any of them. Instead, what they would do is they would want to study you from afar, learn you from afar, observe you from afar, and develop their own speculations, assumptions about your identity. And they did that every day. However way they could experience you, when they would experience you, they would always study you, observe you, watch you, stalk you from afar. And inside of them is these feelings and emotions that they never spoke about. They never spoke it. It's like you never knew. You never knew how deeply in love someone was with you. This person at work, they trying to distract themselves with work, right? At this time, because their heart is heavily burdened. They're trying to distract themselves with cigarettes and alcohol. They're trying to distract themselves with watching specific things and just getting their mind off of you. They're trying to distract themselves from the fact that you are moving on with your life and they still are in love with you. And the biggest regret they have is the fact that they fell in love with who you used to be, but the person you are now, it's like they're even more in love. It's like that's the thing. This love, it just keeps growing. It just keeps living inside of them. It's like this person held on for so long, and even in situations where they just wanted to blurt it out and just let it, like, just say it, like, yo, I want to be with you. You know, this person was taken aback by their own feelings because they didn't understand how deep they already felt for you when they felt what they felt. And they were afraid. Like, oh, really? Like, I'm this deep with this person. We haven't had one encounter where, you know, it's like, I don't know, someone here just, they fell in love and they never said that they're in love. So this person's life has turned out good for them. Like, this person is doing well for themselves. You know, they got their life in order in specific ways that are, you know, shaping their future in a bright way. But this person, what will truly fulfill them is a relationship, but not just any relationship, a relationship with you. This person has been in relationships and they might be in one right now or talking to someone, entertaining someone, but they've been participating in, you know, dating, but never really fulfilled, because every time they would come back to you in their heart. It's in their heart. Literally, it's that deep. No, I don't understand how someone keeps like quiet about them being in love, like, but I see they were scared. It's just that it happens. It's normal to want to withhold, you know, because you are afraid. But this level of love that I'm channeling from this man is that type of love where it's like, how can you live with yourself without speaking your truth? It's so deep. It's like they love everything about, they love your hands, your legs, or your eyes, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you present yourself to the world, the way you articulate yourself in your character, the way you show up in life. Like, someone is in love, been in love. And now they want to try something new. They want to stop withholding and living with this because now they can't. It's not that they want to come forward because they're choosing to, it's because they have no choice but to. It's eating them inside. It's literally consuming them whole. It's consuming them entirely. They've spoken to people that they trust, asked them what they think, and those people were telling them the same thing. You should have spoken up. Who knows what could have happened? Now look, they're evolved. But who knows, back then, you could have been a part of that evolution. You could have been in their life somehow. Now you're going to come into their life and bombard them with all of this. You can't expect them to just drop their life for you like that. And this person is shattered and heartbroken because they know that these people they trust are speaking facts. Which tells me that they've loved you for years. And even those around them are surprised at how long they've held on to it. What was the fear? They were so afraid. Like this person loves you. Like, why didn't they say anything? They just messed themselves up with this, because now you literally have, it's like, before I say this, I need you to understand, like, put yourself in their shoes. They don't know if offering you this will be something you even want, right? Back then, they didn't know that, you would want them. There's a way in which they saw you to be that they were ashamed to even come forward. Too, like, afraid of what you would say. Because these energies are big energies. Justice, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Chariot. These are majors. These are major arcanas, which tells me that this person is in love in ways that they don't even understand. It's affecting them in a way that they can't control. They want to come forward and come clean and express, and hopefully they can be able to let it go. That's how they feel. They feel like the least they can do for themselves is just let it out, so that maybe they can be able to live with themselves now. Because they can't live with themselves, because it's like, man, this person had so many opportunities, beloved. I'm seeing they had every day to do this. To say, you know what, I want to be with you. But they didn't. So it's affecting them to the point where they can't hold on to it, and they need to let it out. They just have to let it out. Yeah, and these friends, these people that they trust, it's not just like, it's like they're talking to everybody. They spoke to their friend. They even spoke to their mama. Like, someone is deeply in love, and it's like, man, they have a close relationship with their mom. They have a close relationship with their friends. They wanted to gather themselves enough to be able to talk to you by at least having them show them a specific perspective. Like, they wanted their friends to tell them something that maybe will encourage them or help them just out of this heartbreak. Because someone's heartbroken. Like, they've watched you live your life and they never came forward. Like, they never spoke. You never knew. You were literally completely oblivious to this. If this is the type of person that if they could have spoke it back then, it would have even shocked you back then because of how they handled themselves. This is a man that was really in the, like, masculinity. Like, they weren't willing to just come out of that because they were afraid of how you would manipulate that because of their own things and insecurities or issues or problems they have within themselves. And then they realize that, what do they have to lose? Because will they have to live with this or come clean? Like, every day this person thinks about you. Like, this is something serious. Like, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Take, for instance, someone who had a crush on you at a specific point in your life when you were a specific way. And this crush just grew every time they watched you be you every single day, until it became more than just a crush, until they fell in love, because they kept watching you, stalking you, observing you, and studying you behind the scenes, on the low. And then they still kept their emotions hidden. They still didn't come forward. They still chose to not take accountability of their own heart, their own emotions, because they were afraid that you would be a bitch to them, because you came off too confident within yourself, or too bold, or there's a way in which you would carry your womanhood, or, back then it could have been your girlhood, however way back this goes, because I see here that it's way, like someone has been in love, like, They were afraid that you were going to reject them and it was going to scar them because their feelings for you were too genuine. Their emotions were real. So the people around them, like the friends and the mother, they feel very like sorry for this person because they don't know them like this. They've seen them date. Like even the mom knows that this, they be dating. Their son dates. Even the friends have seen the girlfriends they've been with, but they don't know them like this. They're like, man, you have her. Why are you tripping about this person? Like, is it that deep? What are you not saying? And then they would literally just like ignore until they like, you know what? Okay, let me be honest. I've always liked this one. I've always wanted this person. I've always this. I've always that. And then they just kept talking about it until they realized how deep it meant to them because they spoke it out loud. They never spoke it before, even to themselves. They just would experience these feelings. And when they spoke it, they also were shocked about how deep it was for them. And that's the thing, you never know until you try, right? It's like you can't meet your husband if you don't try and be with your husband by starting off as, friends or girlfriend, boyfriend. Like, you build that. I don't know why I even sit it in the way where it's like husband. Like someone here, this is someone very genuine and sincere. When they love, when they like, they really truly mean it. It's like they have a pure heart. Someone has a pure heart here. Yeah. I don't know. I feel emotional. Like I feel very, I don't know, like these like people around this person are encouraging them to come forward because they keep seeing, like my heart feels so heavy right now. They keep seeing this person not be okay, even in the relationship they get into. They keep seeing this person on their phone and looking at your picture or something like that, like, or looking you up or inquiring about you. Like they're aware that this person really loves you. And even their mom wants them to come forward for their own sake because they tired of hearing their son talk about this girl, this woman that they love, but they never spoke. And of course, the mother is going to say, my son, I encourage you to voice yourself. Don't dwell on what used to be. Just speak it. And then for your own freedom. Don't speak it for her. For your own freedom, because it's your heart that has these feelings. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed to the Four of Cups reversed. It's like this person wishes that they really would have made the effort to come forward. They would have worked, they wish they could have worked on their insecurities or problems or issues within themselves and like put them aside when the opportunity was present. Because now they will, like I see this person, they will come forward and express, but they're so broken up about the situation inside because they feel like, because back then is not right now, you might not feel the same way, or you might not even consider being with them. There's something about who you've become. They don't know how you're going to take it, but they're being encouraged to come forward. They're being encouraged to speak up and not hold certain, like you don't, like even the people around them were like, you don't hold that in. Why were you holding it in? And they would say, no, I'm just scared. Like, she's very bold. She's very charismatic. She also is very flirtatious. And I don't know how I feel about that. And this one was looking at her like this. And I don't know if like I could take this is someone like, I don't know how to feel about this energy. Like I have a rush throughout my body. Like I'm getting goosebumps. Like, back then, this person was very active sexually, not like many people or everyone. No, just like they were active sexually with a specific person. And it's like this person would envision how it'd be like with you, even till this day, with whoever they with or whoever they've been with. It's always just like, man, I wonder how it would be with her. They're inside another person's body, sleeping with them, but they thinking about being in yours, sleeping with you. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. But they want to be with you, but they don't even want to entertain that now, because they know like the opportunity for that to have come to life is over. Now it's like, at least you know, they're coming through with that. Like, at least you know. And they're hoping that one day you just like hit them up and say, you know what, I don't know. They're hoping to just put it in your mind and your heart as well. They're hoping that like speaking it would at least put it in your mind. As they keep talking to the people around them, these people around them keep making a lot of sense, right? They keep making sense, and it's triggering this person because they like, I wish you would have spoken these things to me back then. Back then, it would have really pushed me to take action, because the things that these people around them are saying are really making sense to them. Like, you don't know. Even if she could have rejected you at first, you don't know what it could have led to. You don't know if she would have changed her mind. You do not know if she would develop a liking to you over time. You could have just given it a shot. Things like that. And it really has this person triggered because they're like, man, like someone's in love here. Been in love. I'm being called to correct that. They've been in love. I have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And this is a sort of man that wants a wife. Like, they want to marry and have kids. They want a relationship that's going to stand the test of time. They want someone completely to themselves. They don't want to be in any temporary thing. And even when they were dating, and even when they are dating right now, it's like they're not, them being unable, it's like this person is unable to fully be in any relationship because their heart still lingers in your energy. It's a spiritual thing. They're in love with another person. You can't be in another relationship and then you're in love with another person and think that relationship you're in will work out until you cleanse that love by speaking it. You have to speak it. They have to speak it. This person is deeply in love, like deep, like they were wondering if you're going to find them as attractive as they find you. Like, this man is fun as hell. Like, they were wondering if you're going to, like, want them back or want them as well. Why did I say want them back or want them back? Want them as well, right? Not want them back as if you've been with them. No, like want them too. Like, they were wondering if you're going to want them too. The thing about this is, like, this person knows that they let this go on for too long. And it's not like they were just trying to like ignore it. They kept entertaining it within themselves, this love. That's why it kept growing. They kept feeling it and allowing it to just keep being inside of them. This person has deep thoughts, deep feelings. Whew, I'm getting emotional, like, y'all. When you feel like you've missed out on something, that's how this person feels. Like, and missing out on something can hurt your heart, right? I remember this one time, like, in high school, there was this guy I liked. And he was so cold towards me. that I never thought he liked me back. But turns out he always wanted to be with me. He had his own things. But that coldness was wounding. Like, I really took it personally. I took offense because I was genuine, right? But he didn't feel the same way in my mind. That's what I thought. Because he really was like Mr. Disappear or Mr. Ghosting or Mr. Whoever. But furthermore, imagine the fact that he wanted to be with me, and let's say he reaches out, but I moved on. Hell, I'm married and I don't feel the same way. But because of that missed opportunity, who will it haunt, me or him? Of course him. Because I've accepted that, you don't want, man, let me not waste your time. Let me move on with my life. I don't know why I channeled that or why I was called to speak about it, but we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. It's like a lot of things can be misguided. That's why it's important to live in your truth, because if you don't live in your truth, you can really hurt yourself with the lie that is living inside of you. Because you have to live with it. You have to live with it. This person, they were not doing you. They were not. It's like they were not doing it for you when they were housing all these emotions inside their heart. No. They were hurting themselves. They literally were hurting themselves. I swear, the way this boy was cold, y'all, in high school, it hurt my heart real bad. I was hurt. Okay, your girl was hurt. Like, we have the King of Wands. So anyway, this person here, like, it's one of those things where I'm being drawn to that person again in high school. It's like, imagine if I hadn't gotten over it myself as well. Imagine if I chose to keep pursuing something within myself about another person and they weren't reciprocating it. And I mean it, and I'm genuine, and I'm real, authentic, and original about it. And they don't reciprocate. That would hurt me. And that's why I chose me. And till this day, I know I didn't miss out on anything. Them, on the other hand, it's that kind of thing where either way you flip it, this person back then, when this was going on at first, if they would have come forward, they should have chosen themselves in that way where it's like, I'm doing it for me. Like, I'm feeling these things. And to express it it would help me. Other than holding it in and letting it fester and grow within me. To the point where when they would see you even talking to someone else or hear that you are doing something with someone else or whatever, it would drive them mad. You don't hold on to things like that. Like, you let it out. Till this day, I'm glad I let it out with dude. I spoke it. I spoke how I feel. And that's why I feel like I could let it go. Because what other choice did I have but to release? And definitely, I'm not high school me. I'm not in high school. So that person who I was, dead and gone. And who I am now is who I am now. And I won't see them the same way. Because I'm not in high school. I'm not who I used to be. So even if they in my new reality in a specific way, they'll mean nothing to me because I've already established how I feel about them and I've moved on with my life. Literally, there's nothing left. I have no feelings. I don't care. Literally. So it's like that where it's like doing it for you. If they would have at least, even if they had those fears or insecurities and problems and issues about rejection within themselves when it comes to you, it would have been better to come clean. Because spending years holding on to the fact that you're in love with another person can damage you, because you won't be able to love anyone else but them, even when you're in a relationship with another. Imagine if that person that this person is in a relationship with knew that when they're having sex, they're thinking about another woman. It's messed up. It will mess this person up that they in a relationship with. It's something that can scar them for life. Things like this, like, guys, they show that, it's not okay to withhold things. Speak. Say it. Don't allow it to sit in your heart, because it will grow, take its own form, and control you. We have the high priest reversed. Now it's controlling this person to the point where the person that they're with is wondering if they're good enough for them, because they don't think that this person is fulfilled in the relationship, because they're not, because their heart is with another person, which is you. They got another woman wondering if they're good enough, looking in the mirror, questioning who they are, because they can't treat the woman as they should, because they want another person, because they kept themselves in a box, not speaking. And now it's inside, and it lives and it lives and it lives. And now they're confiding in people around them, and people around them are shocked, like, man, I don't, like, all this time you just kept it quiet. You kept it hidden. All this time. Time rules life. Whether we like it or not. TikTok. Yesterday won't be today. TikTok. This man, I'm so upset, because it's like I can feel the love, and it's so real that even if things didn't work out, at least they know that you feel the way you do. This person doesn't know how you feel. They don't know how you feel about them, so they don't know. They don't have any closure. They don't have anything in them to be able to move on, because they don't know what it could have been, what it should have been, what it was, because it's just they lost in this love. It has them. Oh my God, 8 of Swords reversed, and there's nothing they can do about it except come clean. So someone is going to contact you here from the past, whether you know this person or you know about them, but you've definitely encountered them before. They're going to come clean, and they're hoping that it's going to help them move on. They're not holding expectations on, oh, I wish, when I say this is going to happen. They're hoping that when I say this, I hope I can move on, because it's eating them alive. Imagine being in and out of relationships, but your heart is with another person, and you're not allowing yourself to go and see why your heart is leading you to them. Why? Why are you being led to their energy? Why are you drawn? Why is it hitting you this deep? The lesson here is to follow your heart. At least I told dude that, yo, this is how I feel. And even if dude rejected me or ghosted me or was cold to me, I told you how I feel. Later to find out, dude, you've been also, but you just didn't give me a chance. Whose fault is that? I'm a hit the road, Jack. I'm gonna go and be with someone that actually wants me. Right? And you have to live with the fact that you've been wanting me and watch another man do me right. Karma. So this person, this man here, it's their karma for them to go through this. Their heart has always been speaking to them and they just ignored it. And you know, the heart wants what it wants. Now they're forced to come clean because the heart wants what it wants. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. If you're keen to book me for a reading, I do offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also offer on my Patreon weekly sign readings based on love, as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly, and you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.